We're going to be finishing off our conversational advertisement for our yoga studio in Copenhagen, going through as many items as possible today. Actually, I'm hoping to get this finished. So we're going to go over the budget and the creative, and then also a bit of the copywriting as well. I'm going to go into the psychology behind that, the decision making, sort of the thought processes you have to do to make ad copy completely stand out, blow your competitors out of the water, and get the clients that you're looking for. So in the last video we ended up going through the audience segmentation, working out how many people we wanted to show our ad to, and left ourselves moving on to budgets, making the creatives, finishing off the instant form on Facebook. If you don't know about instant forms, please just use them. They are absolutely phenomenal. The conversion rate of keeping someone on platform compared to taking them to another website, another landing page, is just, it's absolutely incredible. One of the really important things to note about any consumers, buyers in 2025 and beyond, I think, is when people are doom scrolling, if they see your ad, they're going to be most likely doom scrolling. So when they are doom scrolling, whether it's on the toilet, in the bedroom, on a bus, if they're scrolling, they're not in a decision-making part of their day-to-day process. They are just consuming content for the endorphin, see something pretty, okay, scroll. They're not going to see your ad and click and buy immediately unless you're sending some sort of gizmo or a glass or some sort of toy from TikTok. You're not going to get that instant impulse endorphin fueled buy. If you're trying to sell a course, or in our case we're trying to sell, let's say, a week free of classes, someone's not going to impulse buy that. So the best thing to do is get them on an instant form, get their email address, and start building that up, because the most valuable thing about your social media presence is getting contacts into your database, getting your email list, and then just selling in your emails, in your newsletters. Not selling hard, but just selling in a way that positions you as an expert in your field, your unique value framework, your unique value proposition just coming across in those emails. So that's instant forms. So we're now going to go down to budgets. Budgets are it's a case-by-case system. As a absolute minimum, I would recommend putting £20 a day on for a budget, especially testing a new offer. Anything less, like £3, £5, £6, £7 a day, you're just not going to get the traction you need to see the value from your ads. Usually when people run ads, it's for something urgent, you want to get out of a stick, you're launching a new offer, you want to fill those slots on the Saturday. That's what ads are for. They're not for waiting 6 months to see results. That's what SEO is for. So minimum, I would recommend start for £20 per day, or whatever that converts to in your currency. If you do want to look a little bit more into the detail of exactly how much you should be spending based on your services, I do have some free tools on my site. So you've got a couple of different ones. You've got an advanced and a basic. I would recommend starting with the basic calculator. So run through here, enter your average price of your product, how many new customers you want a month, and then just run through the figures to get the answer you're looking for. So I will drop a link to this down below. Okay, so the budget we have set at £20 now, £20 and 0 pence. So we're spending on average £20 per day. The maximum daily spend is 35 and the maximum weekly spend is 140. We then have our schedule. Now, this isn't set in stone, but I think that Meta has a preference to this. I always never put an end date. I feel that my ads get less exposure if I do put an end date in, so I just leave it nebulous for Meta. That's what they like. So put a start date that matches where you want to go. So let's say we're on a Sunday now, so we want to get it going Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then we've got budget scheduling. For now, we're not going to look into this. You can basically increase or decrease your budget depending on specific times in the day where you think there's going to be the most demand for seeing your ads. So for example, I like to put it at lunchtime, specifically 11:30 to 12 o'clock, which is when people are already winding down for lunch, get their phone out, start getting ready for it. So yeah, we'll look into this in one of the advanced courses, but for now, £20 a day is going to be absolutely fine. Ad scheduling, we're not going to put ads on a schedule. We've gone through our audience controls to remind you. For now, we're targeting Denmark, Copenhagen, 25-mile radius. Advantage Plus audience we've put as 18 to 65-year-olds, and at the moment we're just targeting women because that's the psychological aspect we're going to take in our ad creative. And for now, for detailed targeting, we are just putting interest in yoga. We will get into advanced detailed targeting and broadening that and allowing Meta to help us, but for now, for this example, we're just going to pick yoga. The beneficiary and payer, if you are running ads on behalf of someone else, please select them as the beneficiary here. Keeps everything compliant. We, for now, will not tick the beneficiary and payer are different because we are not. Placements, we're going to keep Advantage Plus placements for now. You can go into here and see, if we click on manual, we have lots of different options. So for some creatives, some placements, we will or won't want them. So if we're targeting a certain type of product, maybe we wouldn't want to display it on Marketplace. I doubt we'd want to display a Patek Philippe alongside someone selling an old pair of socks that their grandson used to use 6 years ago. So for now, we're not too fussed. We're just going to leave it as Advantage Plus placements. And that is it. This page is done with, so we are going to click next and move on to the ad itself instead of the ad set. So as a reminder, we have the campaign, which I usually do as an offer. So we're going to have a lead form. We have the ad set, so we're leaving that as our audience. And then we have the ad itself. So simply for my terms, we're just going to name this as image 01. Nice and simple. It helps in reporting if they're simple. If I put it as Helga's new hairstyle, put that as my ad name, and then I come to my ad reporting and I'm trying to work out what the heck is Helga's new hairstyle? Why is it doing so well? I wouldn't know. It'd be really hard to disseminate what's actually going on. So we're going to click this as image 01. Great. Okay, so we are not currently doing a partnership ad. If you're running on behalf of creators, brands, or other businesses, please just tick partnership ad and assign them as your partner. Identity, we are going to click as our Facebook page, stage results, and we're going to push it to the Instagram account, my personal Instagram account. Okay, so ad setup, we can either use an existing post, a Creative Hub mop-up, or we're just going to create a brand new ad, which I'm going to stick for now. If you have got the creatives, I would always recommend doing a carousel. They have a much better engagement rate as people love to just see what's next, what's next, what's next. It's the curiosity, it's the intrigue that keeps them looking. For now, for the simplicity of this video, we're going to click as single image or video ad. Okay, so before we go on to the lead forms, we are going to create our image ad. Okay. The foundation of every ad that I create usually revolves around two basic principles, which is someone either has a desire or a need or a pain point, and we are offering a solution to that desire, need, or pain point. That is it. It's as simple as that. So we really want to describe our product with such exactness that people cannot resist but to buy it. And we're going to tap into the psychological aspect. It's not super complicated, but we're really appealing to common motivations. So your desire, your safety, your food, your water, your sleep, etc. And the easiest way to explain this is to just flash up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You've most likely seen this before, but when we're thinking about common desires that we want to target to get our largest market exposure is really down the bottom end here. So we're looking at the bottom end of love and belonging into safety, security, and psychological needs. So we're looking at those basic fundamentals of life with health, family, social integration, breathing, shelter, sleep, that kind of thing. And that's going to work really well with something that's emotionally driven like yoga. And this will make sense as we start to write it. So we're going to jump back into the Ads Manager and we are going to write out our primary text. I do advise doing the full 5 options because then Facebook will automatically optimize which option suits which audience. For today, as you get the theme, we're just going to go for one primary text. So if we're thinking about yoga, I'm going to try and do this off the top of my head as quick as I can. So our primary text is going to be different to what we're going to have on the ad creative. So on the ad creative, I'm going to put something like 1 week of the best sleep of your life for free. Let's stick with that for now. So on the primary text, I usually start with going for let's go for headline. So for the headline, I'm going to start with asking a question. So is Copenhagen's most peaceful hour waiting for you to... Is Copenhagen's most peaceful hour waiting for you? Let's go for that for now. We're then going to go into our primary text. Now, I do like to use a time element or numbers or statistics in my primary text or somewhere at the top of my description. It just catches people's eye rather than just blankets of text. So let's put 3... Try not to stick with whole numbers. 457 plus Copenhagen residents have... What's the name of our studio going to be? We're going to call it Christmas Glass Studio because I still have these lying around. 257 plus Copenhagen residents have found their sanctuary at Christmas. No. Glassware. No, that sounds way too... I've gone completely off the wind. I did have a city picked out earlier. Let's go for Österbro. I think I'm saying that correctly. Let's go full SEO. So we're just going to say 457 plus Copenhagen residents have found their sanctuary at Österbro Studio. Actually, I'm going to put... no, that can go in description. Great, okay. So primary text has our number in to speak intrigue, not a whole number, so it looks like an exact science. Our headline is sparking curiosity. Is Copenhagen's most peaceful hour waiting for you? We're then going to go into our description. Please note it's, as you see, it's only going to appear in some placements, so don't take your absolute killer offer and put it in the description because it will not show on every single ad placement. So we're trying to resonate with people here in the description. So what I'm going to do, as it's a yoga studio, is I'm going to go for visualization. So I'm going to try and paint a story. So misty sunlight streams through our... you can fast forward this bit. Streams through our century-old windows onto warm bamboo floors. Okay, so that's visual. I cannot put an enter here. That's disappointing. So misty sunlight streams through our century-old windows onto warm bamboo floors. The comforting scent of... What do yoga studios burn? Comforting scent of sage lingers. Lingers sounds a bit off-putting. Comforting scent of sage mingles with the fresh morning air. Basically, we're trying to book people into... We're going to go for morning sessions, so hence the most peaceful hour waiting for you. So we're going to try and get people to come on to morning sessions, which we're trying to fill up. Misty sunlight streams through the century-old windows onto warm bamboo floors. The comforting scent of sage mingles with the fresh morning air. Fantastic. And then bam. Welcome to... Welcome to your Österbro sanctum. Fantastic. Okay, I am happy for that for now. So we have curiosity, we have specific numbers, some SEO here, which is great. Not SEO in the ad. I mean with our studio, our imaginary studio that we're making. I might make a studio in Österbro. Let's go for that. So call to action is going to be learn more. Intuitively, it's great to think that the call to action is actually what you want someone to do. So download, get offer, subscribe, etc. They're all absolutely fantastic and they do work on funnels, landing pages, etc. But in ads, especially meta ads, learn more has just the highest conversion rate. It sparks the curiosity, the intrigue. So we're just going to go for learn more.